But I had to get used to you needing space.
Yeah. When you love somebody, you live under their skin.
I really do.
I can't be starting every video nervous.
They're like, bro, when you gonna get a grip? This is nice, mashallah.
Thank you, Isabella. Hi, assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. My name is Fatima. Welcome back to another episode of Embracing Rahma. We have a baby in the back, as you can tell. She's gonna be back there chilling and participating in this episode, inshallah. You might not see her, cause not everybody be saying mashallah. But today I have my lovely sister-in-laws, aka my sisters.
Assalamu. This is Soba and Wamda.
Yes.
We're the in-laws. We're the sisters.
Yes.
Forget in-laws. We're the sisters.
They are the sisters. But today's episode, we're really going to be focusing on answering some of the questions that y'all sent us about, like, how will we navigate our relationship together as in-laws. We've been in each other's lives how many years now? 12, 13?
Forever.
It's been over a decade.
2012. Then 2011 going into 2012.
Yep, 2012. So we gonna get straight into it. Cool. The first question is, what were your first thoughts when your brother told you he was getting married to me?
Why I gotta go first?
Well, he didn't tell me. He didn't tell us necessarily. He definitely didn't tell me. He told my dad. He told Baba. And Baba told me. And Baba was like, he wanted me to find out more about this particular girl.
He wanted you to find the tea.
Yeah. He said, have you talked to her? I said, no. I said, but that seemed like something he would want to do because at this point, Sadiq was going through my brother was going through like a spiritual, I guess, deliverance or like a spiritual journey.
That's so dramatic.
Yeah, no, he was.
I believe you.
And he was trying to like figure out himself Islamically, and he wanted to strengthen his relationship with Allah. So during this time, he told my dad he wanted to deprive himself from worldly desire. So he felt like getting married young was one of the best ways to do it. And I mean, what could I say? I'm not about to disagree with that, but I was just like, well, isn't marriage like a responsibility? So yeah. I said, damn, that's dramatic, but
that's crazy. What about you?
I don't know. That was so long ago. I ain't gonna lie, sister. Yeah, I was like middle school or freshman year or something. I ain't gonna lie, sister. I think I was just excited more about like the wedding. I was just glad to get dressed up, I think.
That's crazy. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so for now I want to jump into how did you guys feel when we first met? I'm gonna tell you my opinion first. I know you was ready. She was ready to jump in.
Someone was ready for that question.
I was.
Okay. So this is my impression. My impression first. First I met Wamda, this one right here. And wait, you
made me first.
Oh my God, I met Soba first, but I didn't know she was gonna be my sister-in-law. Yeah. It was drama though.
How did you
Let me tell you, it was drama.
How did you meet Soba first?
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, go ahead, tell.
We went to the masjid. Okay, we went to the masjid and I remember she was wearing, that popular, it's a trend now to wear the skirt. It's a white tiered skirt. Huh? It's a maxi skirt. You know what I'm talking about?
Ahead of the
that was my skirt, Sue. That was my skirt. A maxi skirt. Yeah.
Sisters be like, but here's what happened though. We was at the masjid and I think like there was drama with my sisters or something, and this guy got us kicked out of the masjid.
I literally don't remember.
She's snitched. I forgot. I think my sister's low key was like messing around or something. But the guy told us, I don't want to say his name. I'm not gonna put you on blast. But he basically was like, don't come back to the masjid.
Put him on blast.
No, I can't do that. It's my uncle low key. But he basically was like, don't come back to the masjid ever again. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then that was my first impression of you.
I don't remember.
But I don't think you meant bad intent. I think it was just literally like you didn't know that it was gonna do that.
I can't
do you remember anything from that?
It was Amin and Pfizer.
I don't remember.
What did they do?
I don't know. They did something.
I don't remember.
Okay, but here's what happened though. What happened was and then when I met Wamda, I was really nervous to be honest. And I wasn't even talking to be for real because
he done warned you about me before you even met me.
Yeah, when he was talking about you, like in my head I was thinking there was this girl who was gonna have her opinion is gonna affect everybody's decision about everything.
It still does.
And so what happened was I was really nervous to honestly like meet you guys because I think I was just nervous in general. Like even with my mom telling her I wanted to get married was like
It's awkward, ain't it?
It was really awkward.
So awkward for some reason.
Yeah, it was awkward and it was embarrassing. Like I was telling Wamda, I waited until the time of night to even tell my mom, for example. Like, you know, when you're like half asleep, so you feel like delusional, so you can say whatever, like you can't, like whatever determines, you know, if you should or shouldn't do this in your brain, it shuts off. So I told my mom. Yeah, I know, it was so weird, bro. And I told my mom, I was like, yes, I got the confidence now, let me tell her. I said, Mama, She said, huh? I said, you remember that guy at the masjid the other day who was giving a lecture? Yeah. He wants to marry me. Huh? Let's start cracking up.
That sound like Mama.
She started cracking up.
That sound like her.
No, for real. And then, yeah, but I was just really nervous, so I waited until that point. So when I met you guys, I was even more nervous because I was like, I don't know what to expect. I just know her opinion is really big.
That's funny.
And then, when I came, Wamda had her arms crossed. She was like this.
I did not. I don't remember that.
No, her arms are crossed like this. Her arms are crossed like this. And she was like, so why do you want to marry my brother?
That's funny.
And I was like, did you look at me or did you look at Crystal first?
I looked at Crystal because I was like,
give them some clarity. Who's Crystal?
Oh, so I was looking at sisters' family. Always they have this theme in their family. Like every year, it's at least 1 or 2 people reverting, and somehow when they know about Islam, they know about Fatima's. They're like the headquarters of Islam in Kansas City. Like they always have a revert with them, like on deck. It never fails every year to this day. And so, it was another girl that showed up with, sister and her family. And, I was confused on which one was trying to get married to my brother. So I think I asked her.
It was like 6 Muslim women just coming in.
No, it was like 9 people deep.
Yeah.
They all
crazy.
deep, light skin with black eyebrows. All we saw was eyebrows and light skin.
That's crazy. We didn't even introduce ourselves. Huh?
No,
That's
these niggas walked in. They didn't even introduce themselves.
And we just sat down and started eating the snacks.
Y'all came in like it was almost like Cheeks fell. Like the monsters from Space Jam. You know?
Oh my god! No, she didn't.
Yeah, it was funny because it literally was like these tall women that just came.
Yeah.
We didn't know who is the bride.
And a whole bunch of kids. And so my mom has this joke where she calls Fatima's family classroom. Mm-hmm. She's like, the class is here, because it's like different ranges, a whole bunch of them. So it does look, they move around like a classroom.
Mashallah.
So,
Mashallah, Mama Zainab gonna get you.
yeah, mashallah. Mama Zainab. Mashallah, Mama Zainab.
Mama, I love you. Well, you did it.
We love you, Mama Zainab.
Mashallah.
So anyway.
Imagine her watching this and commenting.
Allahumma barik.
You forgot to say mashallah.
She gonna call me. I'm gonna get a phone call after this message. So, then what else happened? So I was confused. So I was talking to Chris. I said, so why you want to marry my brother? I didn't think I had like a demeanor to me, like a intimidating demeanor. And Crystal was like, oh, it's her. And I was like, oh, why you want to marry my brother? And so you said, cause he's funny. I said, funny? And I thought you were trolling me or something. I'm like, what kind of childish?
How old were you again, sister?
You were young. You were like 14.
I think it was 14 or something like that.
Yeah, you were young.
Crazy.
That's crazy. And
You look 14, no.
I said, oh, you want to marry my brother? Come upstairs to his room. Let me show you. Let me show you what you're going to be marrying. And so we took a stroll up the stairs, sure enough. And I was like, this. Oh, hell no. This is what you're going to be. You want that? You really want to be married to that? And you kind of laughed about it. You was just like, and then what happened?
Yeah, I thought she was a hater. Literally, Soba, I remember.
Yeah, well, that kind of is haterish.
I was like, she's hating. I said, let me get married.
Did I lie though?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't. You really didn't. But here's my thing though. I remember I went up the stairs and I'm like thinking in my head, why is she trying to show? I couldn't understand why you were doing it. Can I tell you something? It was hating.
That's funny. I just want to tell you the truth. I was trying to prepare you. Everybody else was sugarcoating. I said, man, y'all, let this girl know the truth. So yeah, that's what happened.
You guys are funny. Okay, so but what about you?
I remember my first impression with you was at the masjid. And me and Mom used to go to it all the time. And we would go and we would just be chilling and there would be this light-skinned girl who comes and hugs us just a little bit extra. Like everybody would hug each other, but you would just come and just like hold on just a little bit tighter. And you would like let us go and look us in the eyes and be like, are you okay? You good? You need anything? And I was like, no, we're like, man, this is a pleasant young lady.
She made sure she was seen.
Yeah. And that's how it was. That's my first impression. I was like,
hear that, ladies? Make sure that your mother-in-law and your sister-in-law see you at the masjid and look you in the eyes.
That's crazy.
She did. So when you came into the house, I said,
that's her.
And it made sense. They had a moment.
That's crazy.
Don't see what?
It's the baby. It's the baby back there.
Scummy, yummy.
She is really precious, mashallah. She has like big cheeks like Tweety Bird.
And big eyes.
She looked like my mom. She looked like Tweety Bird.
Yeah, she does.
I want cheeks there, but she look like me.
He really does to be saying that. Okay, so, Haye, next question. I'm gonna need y'all to remember back how did you guys feel about welcoming me into the family? Did you guys feel like it was going to be a hit at first?
Well, the funny thing is, remember our very first togetherness was with Sadiq's graduation, my brother's graduation, and he ditched her, so we went to Pizza Ranch.
And buffet.
So we had no choice but to like talk to each other. But I don't know, it felt kind of normal, but it was awkward at first because it was just like, this was our first time without him. It was just all of us.
I know.
I don't ever remember him being in there and slowly introducing you to us.
Yeah,
like,
no.
it kind of just happened.
It happened.
It just happened, yeah.
He just threw her to the wolves.
Girl, I thought we was going to hang out together when we graduated.
He didn't even show up.
Wait, but this is before we got married, though. This is before we got married.
Oh,
yeah, this is before we got married. Because I remember he went with his friends. And me, I'm thinking, yeah, you know, it's my fiance. We finna hang out on his graduate. No, we did it.
But
I hung out with you guys. I feel like that was good. Yeah, I feel like that was good. Alhamdulillah.
And that was cool after. I thought it was cool after that. Like, I thought it was, you know.
You were just always welcoming. Like, you always were, but you had a welcoming spirit.
Thank you, my love. Thank you.
Like, you weren't shy or nothing. You were very welcoming.
Even though you did have shy moments, but you weren't like, you weren't shying away from us or anything. You just was kind of like went with the flow.
I feel like when I was in college, though, I feel like I didn't. Remember?
Well, it was the time where you were transitioning from high school to college, and you started being funny acting.
Oh,
she was just anxious.
I think it was anxiety, but I wasn't understanding that because I'm like, dang, you were just cool before you married my brother, and then I thought you were funny acting, so I confronted you about it. Remember? And that was just like, that was the fight of the century.
Oh yeah, I remember. I went off.
I was like, why the hell you funny acting? I was like, you were just cool and stuff like that.
Wait, no, I feel like before that was the wedding though. Remember?
The wedding was funny.
That was before the wedding. It wasn't during the wedding. It wasn't after the. Yeah, it was before the wedding.
Oh yeah, because we had our nikah and then we like lived together for 2 months and then we did the wedding.
Oh okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because y'all nikah was in August.
But we was cool before the wedding because we went to wedding venues together and stuff too.
I think I
wanted.
But
we weren't as close as we are now.
No. I wanted you to come over often.
We had drama, and then we got close after the drama.
Yeah. I wanted sister to come over often, and sister, she had a lot going on.
She was very pleasant to have around.
Thank you, guys, so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I remember, this is my thing though. I feel like for me, I came from a family where like we were in the same house, but we didn't talk to each other. Like, I mean, we would like, you know, eat together. Mm-hmm. We would play every now and then, but we were not like close the way you guys are close in your family. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I feel like I was not used to that.
You thought I was being intrusive?
I was like, I felt I was very overwhelmed. And so I was like, what the hell? And people would call me, I would deny the phone call.
I remember you warned Sheik about that too before. Yeah,
what did I tell him?
You said, you know, I know it's not our culture, but they're gonna overwhelm you with love.
Oh yeah, I did tell him that.
When we went to the melting pot.
Sheik is he's my brother-in-law. He's married to her, and he's Somali too.
Yeah, that's funny. Overwhelm him with love.
No, for real, y'all be like, can you use the pillow? The pillow is love, and you be like,
you gonna get this love?
Nah, for real. And I just wasn't not used to that, to be honest. Because it's like, I feel like in my family, they love people, but like in pieces, but it's not like, it's very different.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. But the next question is, I feel like it relates to this. How did you go about establishing boundaries? For me, I feel like that was like
you told me about myself multiple times.
I had to be honest.
You was like, I need space. What did you say to me? I love you, but I love you.
That's our thing with Fatma is, I love you, but.
And then she'll say whatever she has to say afterwards, and then be destroy whatever it is, you're about to destroy your world. And I said, what do you mean? You were the first person that told me that I was too much. Like, you were like, basically, I don't know, like you needed to breathe, or I can't be this, like, I don't know.
I had to get used to it.
Yeah, you had to get used to it, but I had to get used to you needing space.
Yeah.
And
because you be living under, when you love somebody, you live under their skin.
I really do. I love you to death. I want to see you. I want to come. It don't matter who it is. If I love you, I love you. Like, I'm about to be after you. And so I remember, I was just like, dang, I thought we were cool. Why you didn't pick up my phone calls and stuff? And then I was hurt. And I was just like, what's going on? You know, what's going on with you? And then he was like, I just need some space. I'm like, what the hell you mean space? I'm not with you. Like, what do you mean? I'm not my brother. I'm not living with you. Like, what are you talking about? I ain't even seen you. And so I had to learn. I was forced to have boundaries between you and I. Like, that boundaries I feel like were forced because it had to happen that way. Cause I didn't know what the hell I literally did not know what you were talking about. I had to learn your ways. So
yeah, I feel like for me, I had to just be really honest with y'all about like things when I needed it. Yeah. Like if I needed space, I had to be very honest about that, even if it made me uncomfortable. Yeah. Cause I think the worst thing is like when you don't feel comfortable and you allow something to continue happening and like sacrificing your own like boundary. Like that's worse than like the discomfort that comes from having an honest conversation with somebody and like teaching them something about you, because nobody's gonna know if you need space.
No, I didn't know.
You don't tell them. You just end up being funny acting, but you just needed space.
And that was necessary, because after you told me that, it stuck in the back of my head, because now I had to watch myself with other people. Because like I said, nobody's ever told me that before, ever in my life. So when you told me that, it was a shocker and I felt like a slap in my face, but but it's good that you told me, because if you didn't tell me, I don't think I would have been conscious of that.
No, I know what you mean.
I was laughing because you said, oh.
Oh, like my daughter? Yeah. My daughter be saying that Yomi, she be like, oh.
No, like I think honestly, sister, because mind you, I met you when I was like,
you were young, yeah.
I was young. So, well, like, I think, like, if I'm looking back, you're like the first person to introduce me to like verbal boundaries.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had anyone in my life tell me like, listen, don't do this, stop.
Yeah. You definitely taught us that.
I think you were the first one in my life that probably like that I've ever heard.
I agree, me too.
Oh, that's so crazy. Cause for me, like, I'd be thinking like, I don't know, it's something I still be working on. So I feel very honored that I was able to have the impact on y'all. Mm-hmm. But subhanAllah, like
without taking offense. If that makes it, like someone sets a boundary and then they're saying it's boundary, but it doesn't mean they love you less, or it doesn't mean like they hate you or something. It just means like, I don't want you to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. And we had to learn that. And then it took time to be receptive to that. It really did.
Oh, can you touch on like your parents? Oh, but they're not really here. I know you can't really talk for them, but like, how do you feel like, I don't know how to ask this.
About them when they met you, or what?
Or how they respected boundaries and stuff?
Yeah, respected, because I think with sibling in-laws is different than like with parent in-laws, especially because like Sudanese culture is kind of similar to Somali culture in the sense, because a lot of it is like rooted in Islam, right?
Yeah.
But like
Sudanese people, the thing is like boundaries, like straight up saying I need space. A Sudanese person would take the uncomfortable. Like they're like, it's okay that my sisters-in-laws, I'll just be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it's
like
okay,
we have al-hala wahdi.
Yeah,
Al-hala wahdi means it's all in one.
Like it's cool. Like I'll be uncomfortable for the sake of pleasing you.
That's it.
So I think at first they were kind of like taken aback. But then, like, once we explained it to them and they just got to know you and you literally didn't mean any disrespect by it.
Yeah.
Then I think they like got
once they knew your posture, they were comfortable with you, more. But I know my parents too, they love you a lot. They still love you, even more so now. But it took some adjustment to getting to know your personality and all that. Now we're here, so.
It makes you wonder though, like how many people could have better relationships if they just communicated with each other.
Yeah.
And give the person the benefit.
And they have to have some grace too. They have to have some grace for people, and then just adjusting to one another's personalities too, so.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's important, because you don't want to tear each other's heads out, and y'all married, y'all have a mutual family member.
No, that's facts. So. That's one mutual family member, and then there's kids too. Now we got two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold up. So question for y'all. How do you feel like we've gone about like navigating, if there's tensions and stuff between us as like sisters, how do you guys feel like we've gone about navigating that? For me, I feel
you talk about it.
Yeah, you talk about it, but you force us to talk like about it. For me, it took me some time because we cussed each other out before, and then we did the silent treatment. We fell out. Like I'm talking about, we were about to box. Like we had so many times we were like this to one another that it was ridiculous. But I'm glad that we actually had conversation later. You had to learn to like come talk to me when I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, no, I can't do it immediately.
Yeah. Because if you talk to me immediately, it's going to be sour. And I had to learn that your intentions were good and you just want to resolve an issue. You're not trying to attack me or my character or something.
That's definitely.
Once I learned that, I was more comfortable for you to like, talk to me and, confront whatever issue that was going on. But we definitely had to get used to one another. But if the problems didn't occur, and we swept the problems underneath the rug, we would never have gotten to where we are. So I think that's important.
I think that's true too. What about you, Susu?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're also married too, just to give them some context. She's also married too, so.
Yeah, this baby's not at a wedlock.
That's the adult.
But as what you said, sorry, what was the question?
Oh yeah, we were talking about like how have you? I feel like me and you, we haven't really had conflict for real. But like, how do you go about?
Been me and you, sister.
It's been me and her.
No, it's the only time when Yomi was born.
Yeah,
that's the only time.
Oh yeah, but like,
Soba used to take her anger out on the coconut.
Throw them on the ground.
She'd be like, "You stupid,"
which is crazy because your niece love them.
Yeah,
but yeah, I feel like we don't really be having tensions like that.
We don't, but like I said, you're very like cut and dry. Like if you sense like a slightest thing off, you'll call like right after the hangout, like. Listen, I want you to know when I said this, I didn't mean da 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 da. And I'm like,
Soba's sensitive.
Yeah, I'm sensitive, and I really hate conflict.
Yeah, she does.
I do.
She does.
So I try anything to avoid conflict. Like, and Fatima is very like, we're gonna talk about it now. Well, it's like you have an anxious attachment style, and I have an avoidant. So
that's funny.
Not her pulling out the sociology. That's sociology, right?
Psychology. But that's how it is. Cause you would want to talk about it now, and I'm like, oh no.
But I also think because of the household we grew in, because our parents, they didn't fight in front of us, you know, and they didn't,
teach you conflict resolution.
Yeah, no, because when you don't see your parents fight in front of you, yeah, you may think that could be healthy, but you will never know how to resolve an issue if
you don't see that.
Not only that, they would like, if we fought with siblings, they would be like, oh, just forgive them, that's your sibling, that's your big sister, just forgive her, that's your big brother, just forgive her, da-da-da, don't yell, don't da-da-da-da.
Yeah, and so we never knew how to resolve problems amongst one another, so that carried on to the relationships that we have, you know, with other people, whether it's friendship, platonic, romantic, whatever, you know.
Ain't that crazy though, how that works out?
And we never realize that until you're in a situation, but sometimes it's healthy to like, you know, have like solution, you know, like finding a solution to a problem and talking about it. That's very healthy. But
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, my parents definitely didn't fight in front of us, or when we fought amongst each other, they didn't allow us to, you know, talk about it. Fight, yeah, they would stop it. And
yeah, that's definitely true. I feel like for me, it's opposite. You guys already know. Like for me, I grew up in a household where the people was fighting in front of each other, but also making up in front of each other.
Y'all niggas be fighting.
But we be best friends the next day, though. Yeah, like in my family, we be straight. We be like, okay, look, you said what? To who? About what? Like, but then the next day we be like, okay, alhamdulillah, I forgive you for the sake of Allah.
They be like, they be cussing you out smooth, and then next day they be like, Assalamu alaykum.
We're opposite, like us.
We be mad.
When we mad, we be like, well, if I die, don't come to my janazah.
Like, so dramatic. So dramatic.
It be deep, man.
Okay, so, the next question is, what are some things that you appreciate most about our relationship? How has it added to your life? I don't even know what to start. That's gonna make me want
to cry.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, dang, I got a little teary.
That's gonna make me want to cry.
Wait, you know what I love? Oh wait, okay. So I love how much you guys love my family. Like my siblings.
Yeah, they're a beautiful addition to our lives.
Yeah,
for real. Like y'all remember we used to do those. Even now too. Like we just went on a family trip with everybody. Alhamdulillah, went to Dallas. It was really fun because I feel like that was the first trip that I ever went with my mom, like, on, since I was, like, in first grade.
Crazy.
Wow. Like, yeah, it's been, like, many years.
We had more times like that, inshallah.
I mean, anything can happen and we'll make it an excuse for us all to hang out. But I just love how much you guys love my family and my siblings and stuff. Because for me, I feel like when I was younger, I didn't have an older sibling. And so I always kind of, like, was like, dang, like, you know, I wish I had an older sibling. And so I feel like at some point, I started learning what it means to be like a good big sister from you guys. And I feel like that helped me to be better to my siblings. Cause I feel like I learned a lot from my relationship with you guys. Wallahi. Like I feel like I learned to love other people in a more like pure way. You guys taught my sister how to take care of her hair. Like that's a really big thing. You know what I mean? You taught her how to like groom herself. All the times that you guys spent with my little brothers, taking them places I remember one time I was talking to,
Doma with her period.
Yeah, with her period. Like, it's just like,
drink. She said, you made me some herbal tea the first time.
No, for real.
I didn't know what you wanted me to make with the tea.
Like, I feel like when I married your brother, I feel like our families over time became like one family.
And I feel like that's how it should be. Like, it shouldn't be when you marry someone, khalas, like you have your own individual life. Like, I feel like that's more of an individualistic way of looking at family. When you're a family, I feel like it's more, you're expanding, you know? So, the question is what I appreciate most about you. I appreciate that I can talk to you about anything. You know, like, it's comforting to me that you call my bluff whenever you need to. It's comforting for me that you can tell me about myself in a respectful way, and that, I don't know, like a lot, I feel like put something in my heart to where I'm more receptive to you versus a lot of other people who are not able to tell me, you know, or correct me when I'm wrong and stuff. So, I just feel like that's a gift. You know, I feel like that's a gift. I feel like it's a blessing, and I'm just very grateful for it, because I never thought, a lot of people are intimidated by me, or they don't like telling me something, or they say my presence is too strong, or, you know, my personality is too strong. But you kind of just, you just treat me regular, and I appreciate that. So.
Sister, you're so sweet though. Allahum barik. I love you a lot. She poet. She's a poet. You're a Nahwi's daughter.
Yeah, I am.
Her dad is a Nahwi. Tell them what that means.
My dad, he's a poet. He's the cold mouthpiece. The coldest mouthpiece you can hear, my dad.
Give me something.
That busy. Look, someone got.
You wanna give her this back?
That busy.
She'll love it.
Her name is
Kachuki. Hey,
Chuk Chuk.
hey,
I love you.
hey,
Busy.
hey,
Kishi Kishi.
hey.
I love you, love you.
Not Maryam be singing it.
No, she'd be like,
Hold on, what about
my
you?
daughter?
What that Doocy one doing?
She'd be like, and it doesn't have to be about me. It could be about my family, whoever. It don't matter.
What? Say the question again.
What was the question? What do you feel like our relationship has added to your life?
Oh yeah, man. It's definitely, that's such a like deep question. It added so much because literally, sister, not to like, make your head big, but you literally introduced me to like the masjid.
Aww.
Like, I knew the masjid by Duxi stuff. I never knew the masjid by like funds. I never even knew what the halaqah was until you took me. You was one of the first people that taught me how to drive, besides one. The woman used to take the wheel and yell and stuff. But Fatma,
sister's more patient than
yeah, like Fatma literally would like, she's the one that actually like took the time daily and taught me how to drive.
You know why?
Why?
Well, the reason why I was patient is because your brother, he was not patient with me. Then that nigga scared me.
Y'all both were dealing with trauma.
No, we was dealing with trauma. Bro, he told me that he was like, yeah, you gonna take the test. Cause I took the test 2 times and I passed it in the same week I started learning how to drive.
You still ain't passed that.
Me, I took it 3 times in the matter of like 2 weeks and I failed every single time. And I still don't got my license.
I hope nobody's watching this that's gonna pull you over.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
But,
and fitness. Sister taught
oh yeah.
Too.
That's how we started getting
that's
closer.
How we ended up bonding.
Yeah.
She taught me about fitness. She taught me about, the calorie deficit type of things and how to do a proper squat
That's so
and
funny.
all this stuff. Honeybee. Speaking of sister-in-law.
It's my sister. It's my other sister.
Assalamu alaykum, honey bunny.
We're recording a YouTube video. You want to say assalamu alaikum to everybody?
Assalamu alaikum, guys. I'm so happy. Oh my god.
Does she look like me? Look. Put the niqab on.
Wait, do it again.
Okay.
Is she on the hammer?
No.
She said
Does she look like me? Get closer to the camera.
I'll call you in a bit, honey bunny.
She's finna tell her some tea that she can't do it in front of us. Okay, so it's getting hot.
Oh no.
Oh my god, the camera's messing up, but you guys, we love you so much. We gotta go.
That's it? Why?
Because it's finna die. The thing is gonna, okay, actually, let me record the rest from my phone. Sound good?
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Okay, assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum.
Mashallah, this lighting right here.
We had to use the phone instead because my camera was overheating. However, we were talking about what our relationship adds to each other's lives. And I think we pretty much summed it up.
No, I didn't get to start.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get to finish. Anywho. Oh, but yeah, it's added a lot of value, especially, and then you added like your in-laws, and honey, like, honestly, she's like one of my closest friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, just like.
Honey's my sister.
Yeah. She's as sweet as her name. All like a big family. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah. Boundaries, all that stuff. It was like, cause Wamda, at the time, I think when you were really busy with like, the like college and all that stuff. So I had Fatma, cause you would be out and Fatma would take me to like the Legends. You was the first person to take me to the Legends. Crazy. Literally, I still remember first person to take me to the Legends. UMKC, which I ended up going to the school of it and graduating, like all that stuff. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. How do you build a strong bond with your in-laws? Yeah.
You talk to one another.
And I think you just gotta have a cool personality, honestly.
If your personality is I think you should let it be organic, whatever it is. Like, let it be natural. Don't force it, because it's gonna be awkward or weird or...
And invite them to stuff. I'm gonna start out by always inviting us to everything.
Yeah, she always included us. Even when we didn't come, she still included us.
Yeah.
You wanna come next week? I'm like, no. What the week after? No. Yeah. What about the week after that? Dang, you got something to do every weekend?
She took initiative myself.
Yeah, she definitely took initiative. And then, we felt welcomed anytime we went somewhere. But the more we went to places, the more we did things, our bond strengthened. When we had problems after we resolved our issues, our bond strengthened. So we just had to get over a few things. But after every fight was like just a good bonding moment and stuff like that. So...
Yeah, I feel like that's one good thing though. Like for me, I feel like conflicts are they're necessary.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people try to avoid them, but I feel like you don't really know someone until you guys go through something together and then you grow from it.
Oh yeah.
Because every time
that's bars.
Hey, I'm gonna put that on my I'm gonna put that in my poetry book.
Yeah.
Drop in 2024. No, but for real, it's so true though, because it's like when you have issues with people, like you can learn from it. And then you also, it's like a mirror for yourself too. Cause it's like you get exposed to like things that you could potentially work on too. Like, oh, maybe I'm not patient enough as I should be, or maybe I need to be vocal so I don't enable people to do something or whatever.
Right.
But nobody gets a handbook on how to like
navigate relationships until you are actually in them.
Yeah. Y'all gotta tell each other about each other.
Yeah.
And so what else? I feel like, you guys did the same thing too. Like, even when we weren't as close, we went to that wedding, like, in a different state together.
Yeah, we did.
And that was really helpful.
Yeah, traveling helps. I feel like traveling with each other helps too.
Cause you are really like in an intimate situation with people.
But don't start off as traveling.
Yeah, you don't have to start off as traveling. Just start off with talking to one another and just allowing to get to know one another's personalities. And even if their personality is not like yours, get to know them, just where they're at, and you can treat people accordingly. So, but don't force it.
Just, mashallah, sister, you smart, Duma.
What?
By putting your hand right there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Smart. Did you do it on purpose?
Yeah.
What was that?
She covered her hair because I'm breastfeeding.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, somebody asked, do you have any advice for when you live with your in-laws? Oh, wait, you know what?
Yeah, make sure you don't leave that room.
I would say, another thing I would add on is, and then just respect them for the fact that they're your husband's family. And if you love your husband, you love who he is.
Yeah, if you love your brother or your husband or whoever, why would you want to make their life, stressful for fighting with, like, petty stuff,
Fighting with in-laws and stuff?
Yeah.
I will say, though, I agree. I think that's a really good point, but I also think that sometimes people get the short end of this. Well, you can call it the short end of the stick if you want, depending on how you look at, like, you want to come close, sister? Yeah, we gonna cover each other. So I think it really depends on like the person, right? Because sometimes you could go through something and you might think like, even though it's difficult, like it's still a blessing in disguise. Because maybe you think, okay, Allah wants to bring me closer to Him through the situation. But sometimes you get crappy in-laws, and subhanallah. What was the question? What was the question? Because I can't. Bro, because could you imagine like having crappy in-laws and like some moms be against the daughter-in-laws, for example?
If that's the case, your husband, if he loves you, he needs to like stick up for you, because Allah made you his responsibility.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
So if they're disrespectful, like, and he doesn't stick up for you, that's a red flag.
Oh, for sure, 100%. I think for those questions, inshallah, because we're gonna have a part 2 to the series, and you guys can definitely tune in to that next week. But for now, inshallah, I feel like we had a good point.
Yeah, for sure.
We had a good point right now to end this.
Hopefully we answered all you guys' questions.
Yes, the first half of the questions.
Oh, Hatu, I love you. Oh, Hatu, I kiss you. Kiss you.
Al-Layla bil-Layl.
Sister.
Sudani? Al-Layla bil-Layl.
Okay, everybody, we appreciate you so much. Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you.
If there are any questions that y'all have and that you want to have us answer, inshallah,
we'll answer it in part 2.
In part 2. And that's the video where we're essentially going to go more in depth with like, to navigate specific issues within like in-law relationships. For example, what if the mother-in-law ain't acting right and it's causing issues for you. Or maybe, how was it when my father-in-law saw my hair for the first time? Different. Somebody asked that.
That's funny.
Somebody asked that, and we're going to answer it because it's a good question.
It is. It's just a question I never thought of.
So yeah, we'll go over that, inshallah, and much, much more in the next week's video. Don't forget to subscribe.
Comment below.
Yeah.
And hit that notification button. Get her some subscribers, okay?
Oh my God, you guys are so cute. Oh my God, wait, we just hit 10,000 subscribers.
I can't wait to tell this.
Oh my God, we should tell them the story about that. You want to tell them the story actually before we go? You should tell them. I feel like it's so funny. You guys need to know this. The story.
That's when y'all were talking about sleeping with your in-laws' house or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Well, my sister, this after she married my brother though. We were having a sleepover. She came to spend the night. I don't know. Something happened. She came to spend the night. And I remember she was sleeping. This is the first time I know my sister be hallucinating in her sleep. She also be
That's
like
called a dream.
Listen, she be sleepwalking, sleep talking, whatever it is, sleep arguing, sleep fighting. She does all that in her sleep. She has a whole different world in her sleep, literally. So Maryom, sister, we were asleep. I was deep in my sleep. I wake up to someone Zagritin. Zagritin is like the Sudanese people like, ayu. So she was like doing it for the top of her lung, and I was just like, why are you Zagritin? I'm like, it's like 3 a.m. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. My friend, my coworker had a promotion, and so I was Zagritin for that. And I was just looking like, what the heck? But yeah, so I know that about her. I definitely am not spending the night at her house. So.
That's funny because you have.
Yeah, multiple times.
But oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. We hope you liked that little story there at the end. Inshallah, we'll see you next week. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.